Hi, my name's Joe Stone. I'm with Dovetail Trail Consulting, along with my business partner Quinn Brett. This is George as well. He's been tagging along with us as we venture around a handful of different New Jersey state parks in the central area, assessing the trails to see how well they work for people with disabilities on different mobility devices. The end goal is, between a few different apps, is for us to be able to provide objective information to the state of New Jersey to provide to the public. And with that is the surface type, so is it dirt, sand, gravel, asphalt, minimum and average width of the trail, the maximum and average cross slope of the trail, left and right, the maximum and average running slope, and then the distance of the whole trail itself. So that's 5 pieces of information that will be provided for the public to be able to read and figure out if that trail makes sense for them to go on. Now that helps people with disabilities a ton to be able to go through that information and figure out if it's going to work for their equipment and their support crew and that they have around them. But also, you got to think about moms and dads with kids in strollers, and think about people in the older population of not wanting to get super adventurous or get in over their heads on the trails. There's been a wide variety of trails that we've experienced. So Hilaire State Park was phenomenal for adaptive mountain biking and mountain biking in general. Although it did have a couple opportunities for a nature trail that could be ABA compliant to allow a traditional wheelchair to go roam around in the woods and explore. Cheesequake State Park was the most challenging of all the areas that we visited. A lot of stairs, a lot of steep terrain, but with that, there was some opportunity for some of the trails to be available to people with mobility disabilities on a variety of different equipment. The Forest Resource Education Center was phenomenal. That spot, in terms of being able to welcome in as many people as possible with different disabilities and their friends and families, it was a pretty mellow place to roam around in the woods. Lastly, Monmouth Battlefield State Park, the trails are wide. Generally speaking, they're pretty flat, a little bit of rolling hills here and there. There's areas that easily an everyday wheelchair or a traditional wheelchair could cruise around with their friends and families, but there's also some that are a little bit more adventure, a little bit further away from the parking lot, deeper in the woods, and slightly more challenging terrain, but nothing too wild. And so we're excited to be here because New Jersey's kind of ahead of the game right now. There's a few other areas doing the work, and I think if we can get all of the state parks in New Jersey measured and this objective information provided in the way that we're trying to provide it, it puts New Jersey on the map, and maybe New Jersey can kind of set the standard for state parks and other parks around the country to start doing this kind of work and providing this information to the public.